Hey, good morning, everybody. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. This is Shane Anderson with the Brookings Home Team, powered by Century 21. I got Danny here from the
Dakotaland.
Dakotaland Federal Credit Union. It's Monday morning, 8:15. That's why my brain's not moving here, so sorry about that. But
Okay.
we are here for the Monday Morning Mortgage Tip with Danny. And first of all, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching over the past year. It's been awesome to see all the comments and everything. So please continue to do that. And after this video, if you have questions for Danny, I'll have all of her information available to reach out to her. So with that being said, what do you have for us this morning?
Well, good morning. This morning I thought we could talk a little bit about the closing disclosure.
Okay.
Up front, when a borrower is applying, and once we get a purchase agreement, an accepted purchase agreement, we have to generate some initial disclosures, which includes a loan estimate. And a loan estimate is going to be a breakdown of your loan amount, your interest rate, giving you an estimated monthly payment, whether or not we're going to be escrowing for taxes and insurance. And then it's going to give you a whole list of estimated closing costs. Things like origination fee, credit report, flood search, your title work, what we put in an estimate of what your homeowner's insurance will be. So basically we try to give the borrower an upfront idea of what their total closing costs would be. Fast forward a little bit, when we get closer to closing, then we have to generate a preliminary closing disclosure, and we have to give that to the borrower 3 days before closing. That is a requirement or a rule, so we try to have obviously all the numbers specified or zoned in, figured out at that point. And then if anything does change, or if we're still matching numbers with the title company, we just work with the borrower at that point and stay in touch with them as far as what their final closing costs would be. And then when they go to the physical closing, they'll sign their final version of the closing disclosure.
Okay. So and I think you mentioned there's a 3-day rescission period. How does that work?
So we have to, as far as sending that closing disclosure out, we have to do that 3 days before closing.
Okay.
Yes. So if anything would change, that's substantial. I know that's probably getting into a lot of specifics, but there are certain buckets that have different
Right.
tolerances. So if it's something major that has to change and we had to update that before closing, then potentially that could push your closing back. If it's something minor and it's within that tolerance level, we can tweak that, and then you can still move forward as far as your closing date.
Perfect. Yep. So there's a lot of little pieces that fall into place with this closing document, and as she mentioned, there's like 3 different phases.
There is
for it as well. So this is just a high-level view of the closing documents as far as what to expect as you go through the home buying process. And this is required with any financial institutions that's doing the lending side of things. So, but if you have any more questions on that, would like to see a little bit more on that, please contact Danny here. I'll have all of her information on the top, on the bottom, on the sides, wherever that device allows you to see it. And she'd be happy to go in a little more detail. And we can't cover it here in just the 2 or 3 minutes.
No, there's too much information.
Way too much on that. But we've had a few questions about it, and I thought it was a good time to kind of throw it out there for all of you to see. So again, thank you for watching. That concludes this week's Monday Morning Mortgage Tip. We'll be back next week. And again, contact Danny if you have any information or would like additional information on that. And direct message us below here, again, wherever your device allows you to do that, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you have for us on our next episode. So thanks again for watching, and have a great week. We'll see you later.
Happy Monday. Bye.